Hey folks, how's it going?
Welcome to our Run Club, the podcast.
Yes.
We're talking about all things running.
All things running. Episode
Episode 27.
27.
27.
And we are just a few days away from the official first day of summer, summer
That's
solstice.
true. I think it's, Friday?
Yeah, it's going to be on Friday, and it is going to be the longest day of the year. And hopefully we'll get some sun. I mean, it'd be great. Longest day of the year, you want a little sunlight, it'd be great. So no cloud cover. Let's just wish it for Friday. And we are going to talk about summer running in the heat.
It's true, some tips for running in the heat.
Tips for running in the heat, and experiences that we might have experienced in the heat.
Oh, man.
In the heat.
Boy, do I have some stories.
I have tons of them. And here in New England, we have humidity too. So,
Oof.
you know what they say?
It's not the heat.
It's the humidity. Yes,
true.
indeed. So, yeah.
Yeah, so before we get to all that,
Yes.
how the heck have you been, man?
I'm doing
I haven't
well.
seen you since, Thursday?
Yeah, that was a long time.
It's been a while.
I missed you. I missed you.
I missed you too.
Yeah, I got to say that. But it's good to see you, and things are going well. I've had a couple of days off, and I don't feel rested or anything like that.
Days off from work?
From work, yeah.
Okay.
Well, for the podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never take days off from the podcast. I'm always thinking about the podcast and doing research and, just
That's true. Me too.
practicing my chops.
It's a lifestyle.
And those notes, I had to work on those notes that I just hit there a little while ago.
That's true.
So it's not easy.
It's not just
Taking
you
voice
are
lessons.
immensely talented, but it takes work.
It does. It's not easy. There's raw talent there, but you got to hone and
Right.
sharpen that talent. So.
Right.
But I've been okay. I do kind of feel tired because in addition to running, I've got a family to take care of and
yeah.
stuff around the yard and just things to do. But it was great. How about you? How was your first Father's Day? Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. It was great.
Did you feel special on that day? Did you feel different?
I did. I feel like it was, it was a good day. I feel
Yeah.
a little different now that I'm an actual father.
Yeah.
We went out to breakfast, which was nice. We went to Tea's restaurant.
I heard good things about that place.
Tea's is.
I heard it's to die for.
It is to die for.
Yeah. Cool.
It's so good. But we went to breakfast and then we hung out and had a good time. Went for a run. It was awesome.
Nice.
I feel
Nice
like
Father's
I'm-
Day run.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into like a rhythm and a routine with running.
Yeah. You'll get there.
It's tough. And this week is my last week of classes. So
That's going to be helpful because
That'll
you're going to have a
help.
little more time to get out there and
yeah.
do whatever.
So Friday's the last day of the summer classes. And then I should be able to hit a few miles,
Yay.
It'll be great running in the summertime.
You know what's going to happen because it's been a pretty mild spring here and kind of gray and a little cold. Been a couple of nice days, but there's been some rain. What's going to happen is you're just going to go right from this, boom, to
boom.
heat and humidity before you know it. So it's good to be prepared.
Yeah.
It's good to, I find that I need to mentally prepare myself.
Yeah, because you can't physically prepare yourself until it happens.
And right, exactly. And,
Unless you want to run and go to the gym and wear like a trash bag or something.
to wear a trash bag, saran wrap on
Yeah.
your treadmill. You could,
But I'm
I
not
guess
a
you could
huge
acclimate
fan.
yourself
Not
that
a
way. You
huge
could probably
fan of that.
kill yourself that way too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably a really good way.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Folks, don't do this at home. Okay?
Or at the gym.
Or at the gym. But no, I try to mentally prepare myself. Just knowing what we're going to be getting into as far as the heat and humidity is concerned. I try to make sure that I go through and, dust off all of my summer running gear.
Yeah.
So I get the real split shorts,
The
2-inch splits.
1-inch
Right, the 1-inch splits, that's horrible. It's horrible to think of. But seriously, I get all that stuff, I take it out of mothballs,
Yep.
bring it to the dry cleaner, but I just have it all ready to go.
You have a dry cleaner? You actually taking
I really don't. I bring my suits to a dry cleaner. I don't bring my running
Your
gear
running
to the dry
gear to
cleaner.
the dry cleaner.
That would be silly. I don't know. Those garments are very expensive. Techwear is very expensive. Maybe you want to take care of it that way.
That's true.
But I
Teach
just
their own.
I just want to have all that stuff ready because I don't want to get caught with too much on when it's really hot.
That's true.
So, and I know what I'm getting myself into. So I know that on those first couple of days where it's really, really hot, I may need to kind of scale it down. I may need to understand that it's not going to be easy to run my usual pace
Yep.
at my usual comfort level,
Yes.
right? So, and people, they let it get in their head.
It's true. You have to mentally prepare.
Mentally prepare yourself
Get yourself ready for it.
and power through it. And
Yes.
that's,
Yes, I do that too. I mentally get myself ready to run slower than I want to.
yeah,
Just
just to grind through it.
you gotta grind.
If you want to get your run in, you've got to grind through it,
That's true.
Maybe
Maybe that's a question I have for you. What are some tips that you can do to help make, say, a workout go smoothly on a really hot day?
Well,
Because it's gonna be rough.
yeah.
And you know that your heart rate is going to be a little higher. You know that the effort's going to be a little bit harder. What are some ways that you can mitigate that?
Well, I think you can schedule your run at a time where it's cooler,
Yeah. that's true.
if you can.
Yeah.
And then, in the summer when it's hot and humid, even in the 6 o'clock in the morning, it might be pretty warm too. But it's better to go earlier than, say, midday or early afternoon.
Right, yeah.
So, or plan to go in the evening, maybe when it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's one of my tips. I have a
Yeah.
hot tips list.
Hot
And,
tips, I like that. Play on words there.
Yeah,
Play it like a pun.
You know
That's
how we
great.
do. But yeah, run in the morning or in the evening when the sun is either not out or just coming up or going down. That way it's a little bit cooler.
A little less direct sunlight, and
Yeah.
it's cooler. So,
Yeah, I think too, if you do have a hard workout and it's super, it's gonna be a really hot, awful day, maybe you just push it back a little bit.
right.
Maybe you just do an easy run that day.
Mhm.
And then you push your workout to a day where it's gonna be a little bit cooler,
Yeah. Yep.
That way you can still get the workout in and get the benefits of it without hurting yourself. And what's another thing too, is as runners, we like to be outside and do our thing, but sometimes, a treadmill.
You know what's funny? You read my mind. You read my mind because I was thinking the same thing. People, will go to some people use the treadmill all the time, but then other people will go during the winter. If I do go on the treadmill, chances are it's going to be in the dead of winter when it's really, really cold, icy, and snowy. But you know what? If you go to and use a treadmill in an air-conditioned fitness center,
Right.
on a really hot day, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If you have to, right?
Yeah, you'll have those ozone alert days.
Yes,
Where,
right.
Mark Searles will come on.
Yes.
And he'll say.
Local newscaster, folks.
Right.
If you're from Alabama, Mark Searles is a local.
He's a
weatherman.
local weatherman.
He's a good guy, too.
Also a runner.
He's a runner. Yep.
He'll come on the news, and he'll be like, "Hey, ozone alert day. Don't do any physical activity outside. That's really intense.
Because it's hard to breathe.
It's hard to breathe. You can't do it. So that day, maybe you take your run and you go inside. You hit the treadmill at your gym.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't.
And you can still get a pretty solid workout in on a treadmill if you play with the elevation and
Absolutely.
the pace and all that.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
do it. Get indoors,
So, it's for your health. Right? So,
It's for your health. Have you, so do you do that in the summertime? You probably don't.
no,
You
I don't.
just run.
I usually will run.
That's it.
Yeah. And if it's an ozone alert day, I'm just gonna keep it in low gear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it in low gear and just power through it. Really.
Just
Yeah.
downshift, easy peasy.
But you know what? I'm thinking, in the future, if I'm training for something and I need to get a speed workout that falls on that ozone alert day, I might just do it. I might just take that offer up.
Go on the mill,
Yeah, if I have to.
get the workout done on the mill.
Yeah, you'd probably get a more, a better quality workout.
You
than
would.
If you went out to a track or were on the road somewhere and doing a speed workout.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you won't, die.
That's a good point. So I think I might take you up on that.
Yeah.
Or just take that advice.
Yeah, I think that's good advice to heed.
Yep.
Have you ever been out there on a run where it's really hot and you're like, oh boy, I shouldn't have done this?
Yeah. I have.
What was that like? What was that experience like?
Yeah, just being overwhelmed with heat and, exhaustion, it's, yeah, trying to power up a hill and you can't because you're already in low gear and then it's just so hot, and you just, yeah. I've had to stop before.
Yeah.
I don't like to say that, but it's true. I've had it, not often, but there's times where I've had to stop. Yeah. And it's usually with me, it's usually in the spring, late spring, when we get we get like a really hot day, that first really, really hot day, where I'm just not used to it, and,
Yeah. I know
This year,
those
it
days.
didn't happen this year, it happened last year. This year, on those days, it was just low gear to take it up. And you know what, I planned my route, it was not really wise of me, it was a really hilly route, and there was a hill at the very end. I probably shouldn't have planned that, because it was tough.
Yeah, maybe that's another hot tip.
Plan
I
your
have it on
route.
my list, but
Yeah.
plan your route.
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe you just hit a bike path that's nice and flat.
Yeah.
Avoid those rough hills.
Avoid the hills, if you can. But, you might be doing a hill workout on that particular day. I don't know. You might be
Right.
training for something, a fall marathon. So
Yeah.
around here, if you're training for a fall marathon, you got to power through the summer sometimes. So,
Yeah, that sucks. But I had an experience kind of like that. I had a bunch, but there was one in particular that sticks out in my mind because I was kind of a jerk to my friend
Ooh.
that day.
Really?
So how people run with like water bottles?
Yeah.
Carry them.
Yes.
I was kind of ragging on him.
Oh, because he was carrying one?
He carries water
Oh.
bottles when he runs.
Oh, yeah.
And I was ragging on him like, well, you kind of runner are you if you carry a water bottle? This is just me being silly, not like
You're
if
just
you carry
joking.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you carry a
We know
water
you don't
bottle,
mean that.
I
It's totally
recommend
cool.
it actually.
Yeah, actually, you're very wise to do that.
But so he felt bad and he didn't take his water bottle with him, and it was a really hot day.
Yeah.
And oh man, rough run for both of us. We ended up having to stop at someone's house and just drink out of their hose for a little bit.
Did they know it?
No,
Or did you sneak?
we snuck.
Oh, wow.
Snuck
Was
some
this,
water out of the hose.
was it anytime recent? Or was this when you were a
I think it
kid?
was a couple years ago.
Okay, so you
I
weren't
was
an
still an
adult,
adult, but I was a really thirsty adult, and I needed something to drink, and I had already made fun of my friend for having water to drink on the run,
Yeah.
and I learned my lesson, Sometimes you gotta live and you learn.
You gotta live and
That's it.
learn. You gotta eat your words sometimes.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah.
So in that case, you did okay.
I did, I ate my words, and then I drank some water out of some lady's hose.
Okay. So basically, we are saying that hydration is very, very important.
Super important.
So maybe another way to prepare yourself for a run on a really hot and humid day, or just a hot day, right, is to take care of that hydration. Be proactive with your hydration.
Yeah.
Right? Not like waiting until you're thirsty, I guess, in
Right.
the middle of a hot run.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd want to drink beforehand, a
Okay.
lot.
How soon before a run should you, or how
I
much
think
time?
it's just all day.
Yeah.
Just stay hydrated.
Yep.
You want to make sure that pee is clear.
Yep.
That's a key.
Clear pee.
Clear pee is for me.
Yeah.
You gotta stay hydrated.
That's great.
But yeah, and I would say a good way to approach it is have some of those. Drink water mostly beforehand, and then drink electrolyte stuff either during or after.
Okay.
You can drink
Yeah.
the Noon or Vitalite or whatever you drink beforehand too, but it's super important during and after to kind of replenish all the stuff you lose in
All
your
those
sweat.
electrolytes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the sodium and potassium and
Magnesium.
and
Calcium.
calcium and plutonium.
Plutonium, that's an electrolyte you definitely want to replace. It's
Right.
often ignored and neglected, but you want to get that plutonium into your body. Yeah. Folks, that's not true. I'm just being silly with that. Plutonium
Radioactive.
is radioactive. Probably would be good for you to take in. And it's not an electrolyte, as far as I know. Anyway,
No, it's
seriously, hydration is
Yeah.
very, very important. And
Yeah.
so plan for that. Make sure you're hydrating throughout the day.
Yes,
Make sure.
yeah, and if you do want to drink water on the run, there are great things that you can use, like a handheld bottle that you can drink out of,
Yep.
some belts
The
or
belts,
whatever.
hydration packs, people
Have
use
like
those.
backpacks, like the Camel Pack or whatever. So there are options for you. to kind of stay hydrated while you're running.
What if you're one of those people, and I raise my hand on that one, what if you're one of those people who doesn't like to run with a water bottle? What do you do?
There's a couple of things you could do,
All right,
right?
I'm
I have
asking.
2 tips. One, you could plan your route out and put water at certain points of your run. So if you know the route
Yep.
you're gonna run, maybe you drive it beforehand, throw a water bottle out your window, and then you have it there for when you get to that point.
Yeah.
And you can have a little drink.
I've seen a
Yeah,
lot of
we've
people
done
do
that.
that.
Yeah, we used to do that back in the day when I ran with a bunch of, it's like a group that meets down in East Greenwich, and there would always be like a cooler with Gatorade and water. And,
Nice.
yeah, so we'd always have something to drink. Another thing you could do is like know your route and like plan to have water stops basically. So
Yeah.
either you run by your house again,
Yeah.
or you run by like a fire station, or you run by like a park or a school or whatever that has,
Local
like,
running, local running shop?
local running shop.
Yes.
That has water available.
Yes.
For you.
Yeah.
That's another way you could go about it.
Yeah, I usually do that. I'll loop back at my house, drink out of the spigot, and then I know all the parks and, on my courses where I can stop, and I know that their fountains are working, and I can get drinks that way too, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I do too. On most of my runs from my house is there's like some parks and water fountains and stuff. So I'll hit those up.
Yeah.
So you don't carry water when you run?
no, I don't. I used to have I used to have a handheld water bottle, and it just, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It wasn't comfortable.
Sloshing?
Sloshing around, and it was empty, and I just didn't feel like carrying it. I mean, it's not that heavy, I know, but so when I and I still do this, but when I mountain bike ride, I have a hydration pack, like a Camelback type
Yeah.
thing, and so that's different. I don't mind that, but when I'm running, it just throws me off.
I hear you.
Throws me off. But I will also have some gels too. So I'll have some gels for
Oh, okay.
electrolyte replacement, and
That's a
so
good idea.
I'll carry some. Those are easy to carry. They don't take up a lot of space.
Cool. Do you have like so you say you do the gels, do you have like a particular drink that you do? Like an electrolyte replacement drink? You have
Yeah.
a favorite?
My favorite is the Noon tablets.
Yep.
They're flavorful, but they're easy to put down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're light on your tummy.
Yeah.
It's not like a.
Yeah, it works for me.
There's
It's
not a
almost
lot of sugar in it,
Nope.
and it's just like lightweight, and if it's good stuff. Probably my favorite too.
Yeah.
Fastest burn time in the industry.
Yeah, you plop those little tablets right into the water, and
Yeah. Boom.
they dissolve
You
quickly.
get a delicious drink.
Delicious drink.
What's your favorite flavor?
Right now I'm really liking the pink lemonade.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's really good.
I like that one. Too.
Watermelon's pretty good too, but that pink
Hey.
lemonade is
Can't beat
tasty.
it.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
So, yes.
Well, why don't we do this, Ray? Why don't we take a little break?
We're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna hydrate, and then we'll get back
I'm gonna hydrate with some coffee.
with some coffee.
And then we'll come back and we'll talk some more about some tips. All right, Ray, we're back, and we've got a couple more hot tips.
Hot tips.
For
I
running
like
in the
that.
summertime.
So good. Hot tips.
Steak tips.
Steak tips. Turkey tips.
Now, so hot tips for running in the summertime. I got another one for you.
Yes.
And we kind of talked about this on one of our previous podcasts about our favorite accessories,
Yeah.
socks.
Yep.
Socks are super important
Yeah.
for running in the summertime.
You are absolutely correct.
Can you tell us why, Ray?
Well, it's because if you have a good sock, right, the proper sock,
Yeah.
it's going to wick moisture away from your foot,
Right?
right? So cut down on friction and blisters.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Man, you gotta keep those feet dry. That's the
you gotta
key.
try to,
As
and
best you can.
as best you can. See, even with a wicking sock, it's going to get wet, but it's the idea is that you're going to move as much of the moisture away from your foot, so you don't
Right.
get friction. Cotton's not going to do that. That's been established. We've talked about that before. But a good running sock.
socks.
Now, do you wear the same socks in the summer that you would in the winter?
I wear the same socks every day. And
Okay.
I don't wash them.
Okay. Wow. That Nice little broth
It's like
there,
a
huh?
lucky, it's like a lucky thing.
A lucky thing, yeah.
I just wear the same socks all the time. No, I don't.
But the same type of socks?
Same type of socks, yes.
Okay.
I do. I mean, some people will wear like a thinner sock in the summertime and a thicker sock in the wintertime.
That's what I'm going for.
Or you'll do like a wool sock and whatever. But I just wear the same socks all the time.
Same ones, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to go a slightly thinner during the hot and humid weather, but yeah, same brands and
Yeah.
they work for me.
Do you have a favorite brand?
I have two favorite brands.
Nice.
Yeah, I have two, and it depends.
How?
Can you have two favorite
This
brands?
was my question.
I think I can.
Hmm.
I'm just, well, those kind of questions are tough for me. You ask
I
me
know.
what my favorite Beatles album is, and I can't give you one. I can't give you one.
Yeah.
Favorite song by Frank Zappa, I can't give you one. It's always like a cluster. For
That's
me,
true.
socks, I love Balegas and Features. Those two brands
It's
work
true.
for
And
me.
they do have like different kind of things going on.
Yes.
So I can understand why.
Yeah. So I like both of those socks and those brands, various models, and they just work for me.
They do.
Yeah, there are thin ones, there are thicker ones, and for me, it's a seasonal type thing as far as the thickness is concerned. So, yeah.
And so socks will help prevent blisters.
Yes.
And another thing that is very helpful in the summertime is Body Glide.
Yes.
Summertime
Indeed.
sometimes will equal chafing.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a little sweat going, you get those little salt crystals, and then it gets a little, for me, it's like under my arm here.
Yeah.
I'll get a little chafy, you know?
Yeah.
Lincoln chafy under there.
Little Lincoln chafing. in
And
your
then
arm.
Body Glide will help prevent
Yeah.
that.
I get my chafing in another place, which we don't want to talk about.
Gotcha.
But it burns.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes.
it burns.
Yes.
And yeah, so Body Glide is
Body
essential.
Glide is the way to go.
Yep.
And it helps on your feet too. If
Yes.
you get blisters. So put
Exactly.
it on there and that'll help reduce some of that friction. And you will be happy.
Yes. Foot blisters. I'm just more prone to them. Even if I'm taking care of my feet, I'm more prone to them during hot weather because my feet tend to swell a little bit more.
Ah,
Or
yeah.
because sometimes on those humid days it's really sticky. So that's where good wicking sock and some Body Glide, and it takes care of the situation.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
That's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. I have a question for you.
Sure.
When you are running in the summertime, do you have like do you ever like pick a different spot to run in? Because it's like shadier or whatever?
Yeah, there are certain parts on a bike path near where I live that I would tend to go to more often because of the shade, because
Yeah.
of the good tree cover. There is a state park near me, Lincoln Woods, which tends to be a little more shady. So those might be my go-tos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good hot tip.
Yeah.
Find some shade, man.
Yeah, because the sun really, I mean, when it beats down on you, you've got suppressive heat and humidity, and you get the sun glaring down there. It's tough.
It is, it's tough. So find some shade. Another thing to invest in is some good quality sunscreen, obviously,
Always.
for the
Always.
summertime.
Slather it on.
Yeah.
Make sure
wanna-
you get it on like maybe 15, 20 minutes before you actually go on your run too, so it could really,
Yeah,
cover your skin.
right. What I usually do is I have a kiddie pool filled with it.
Ah, and you just don't
I just jump
into
in
it?
it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that way I'm completely covered
Yeah.
and no, I don't do that. That would be foolish. But some good sunscreen is the way to go. I also wear a hat a lot. We talked about this before in our other episode. Hat, super helpful for protecting your face.
Yeah. Keeps the sweat out of your eyes too.
Right? Sweat.
I tend to not. I tend to not wear a hat. But you know what I've been doing this spring? I've been trying to wear one a little bit,
Yeah?
just to get used to it.
Because you don't want to mess up that beautiful
I don't want to
hair
mess
you
up my
got.
do. I don't want to mess up my do. Yeah. No, I just don't usually like to run with hats on, but I'm trying. I got a hat that I'm
You really
learning
should
to live with.
You really should, man.
I'll wear it
Yeah,
backwards.
protect your face.
I probably should put the visor in the front, but I've been wearing it backwards to protect the top of my head.
Ooh,
It's a
and
start.
you get the neck
And my
going,
neck.
too.
So it's a start. It's a start. I mean, I'll keep working on it. I do like the fact that it really keeps sweat out of my eyes.
Yeah.
Hot
that's
days.
super helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, sunscreen, hat. You also got to make sure that you dress because in the wintertime we always say that you're gonna dress for like 20 degrees warmer than it is outside. Same thing in summer, man. You're gonna heat up when you start running.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that you are not wearing a lot if it's really hot out.
Right.
Wicking.
Wicking clothes,
Tech wear,
yes.
yeah.
Also lightly colored.
Yeah.
Avoid like dark colored clothing that tends to absorb the sunlight and make you real hot. I have this like
Good idea.
gray shirt that I run in, and it's just so hot in the summertime.
So you just avoid it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
go light colored clothing if you can.
Yeah, I'm usually in a singlet. In the summer, I'm usually in a singlet.
Yeah, you
You
do
know.
the tank top kind of look.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's the way to do it, man.
I wear sunglasses too. Do you wear sunglasses?
I was just gonna ask you that.
Uh.
I do. Yeah, I rock sunglasses.
I mean, I find for the glare, it keeps the sun out of my eyes, and for that reason. And also, I don't know, for some reason, it gives me like, I don't know if it's probably a psychological placebo effect, but to me, it's like the less glare I have in my eyes, it makes me feel cooler, right?
I can understand
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I have better visibility too, you know what I mean? If I'm out on
Right.
the streets, I can just see things better. And, when you're out there on the streets, you want to be ready for anything. So,
You gotta be.
sometimes you catch a glare and you might not see a car coming at you or see a pothole or
Right.
something like that. So,
Man.
sunglasses is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a safety tip too.
Yep.
Safety tip. That's that's my go-to. Do you wear like the goofy like runner sunglasses that are like wrap around your face?
I mean, you might say that. I don't have the serious wraparound sunglasses, but
you
mine
look, like,
are.
intimidating?
It's a a good pair of tech glasses, man. We're talking. Mine's photo adjusting. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Light adjusting. So that's kind of cool, depending on the light.
Yeah, dude.
It adjusts. And mine are polarized
Ooh.
because I like that crisp, clean vision.
Yeah.
That the polarized ones offer up. So yeah. In fact, I have feel kind of weird saying this, but I have quite the collection of sunglasses. I would have never said that like 10 years ago because I
No.
never wore them. But I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
to, and now I'm like, I have them.
I like a good sunglass, man.
I know a guy. I got a guy, man.
Yeah,
He's
you
a
got a
sunglass
sunglass
guy.
guy.
And he hooks me up.
Yeah.
So I have quite a few.
Man. Do they have the vents in them so they don't fog up?
Some of them, not all of them. But that's a bummer when they fog up.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer when you get sweat on your sunglasses too.
Mm.
So it's just something you got to deal with, right?
Right. First world problems, you know?
I know. But I wear them and it helps me.
Sunglasses are great in the summertime. Invest.
Yes.
I got a question.
Okay.
What if you have a big race coming up and you know it's going to be really hot that day?
Yeah.
What do you do, man?
Once again, I mentally prepare myself. I basically prepare myself for, well, you know what? This might not necessarily be my best race,
Yeah, that's a good way to approach it.
right?
Yeah.
I don't expect much on really, really hot days
Mhm.
in a race. And to be honest with you, I'm not doing a lot of racing now, but when I was doing more racing, I didn't plan too many races in the heat of the summer.
Ooh,
It might have been
good idea.
early spring, early
Yeah.
summer, maybe the end, to start getting myself for fall season, prepping myself. But in the dead of the summer, I didn't really plan as many races. And if I did, because there are a couple big ones here in Rhode Island,
Mhm.
I didn't really expect much out of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's tough. Some people thrive on running in really, really hot and humid weather.
That's true.
And they do it, and they prepare for it, and they're ready. And me, even if I prepared myself, it just, I never really had my best days on those races. So
Yeah, I think lowering your expectations is a big.
I think that's
yeah,
big,
I think
slowing
that's
your
helpful.
expectations.
Yeah.
But I will do all the right things as far as like hydration and
Yeah.
apparel, and
Yeah.
so. How about you? What do you?
Same thing. I just kind of lower the expectations and try to remind myself that it's it's hot for everybody who's out there. So
Yeah. Right.
everybody else has to deal with it, so you got to deal with it too. And then lower the expectations, but stay on top of hydration. Make sure that I'm wearing clothing that I'm comfortable in and it's not anything new. I will still rock a hat on race day. And put sunscreen on too, because usually in the singlet you're a little bit more exposed,
Yep.
you know?
Right.
So, yeah, I try to stay on top of all that stuff. For sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever plan on racing again, Ray?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe someday?
Yeah, I mean, that's a question that I get a lot.
I know. I'm sure you.
My wife's been trying to pull me into a half, so I think it's going to have to happen.
It'll have to happen.
I think I'm gonna. Well, no, because I mean, I want her to be happy, and that would make her happy. So I guess I'm going to. Yeah.
That's good.
I like the community around races. I've been to a lot of races that I wasn't even running in, that I had a great time.
Yeah.
And I even ran on those days, before, after, or during, you know. But I like the festival atmosphere.
It
you know?
is. It's fun. You
So-
should really get in on.
Oh no,
on
it's
the
absolutely
action,
it's a festival atmosphere. It's like a carnival. I like it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that's good.
I will, of course.
Awesome. Well, on that note, I think we got to wrap up here, Ray.
Yeah. You know what, though? I want to say something about those hot and humid days. Just one thing. I've had a couple instances over the past couple of years, you know, summers, where I've had runners who you encounter on the run. And I've had instances where runners ask me, how you doing? You doing okay with the heat? You know, just checking in on me.
Oh, all right.
And I thought that was really, really nice. It was like, again, the community of runners, which I love so well. And, but I thought that was kind of a neat thing, looking out for your fellow runners.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, asking, you okay? You good? You need some water? You know, people running by my house. You need something? You know, are you all right? Cool? You know, you good? You know, just checking in. That's all.
That's awesome. Sometimes people will spray you with the hose.
I love that. So
It's
much
the
fun.
best.
You need something? That's kind of cool.
So it's good when you're like, okay, that's good. It's not good when they're just like,
No, they come by and they just jump out of the bushes and spray you.
yeah, it's not fun.
No. But I think it's neat just for runners to look out for each other in that situation. It's kind of like a community of brothers
Yeah.
and sisters. You
It's
know?
true, man. We're all going through the same thing out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was fun.
Very, very fun.
We'll wrap up episode 27.
Yep.
And then next week we're on the big 2-8.
2-8, yes indeed.
And we'll have some topics for folks to think about. If you pay attention to our social media, Ray and
Social
I
media.
are going to settle on a topic for next week. We'll put it out there to everybody, and you can either make a comment, or we have this cool app where you can actually record your own voice, and you might be heard in the podcast.
That would
So
be-
stay tuned to social, and you might just hear your own voice.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week.
Right on.